All right, y'all. So, if you hear, you've seen the, um, the thumbnail, the name of it, whatever. And so, y'all, I know y'all going, what is she doing? We'll talk about that later. But let's first talk about, we are going to be doing favorites, recent favorites, fragrance favorites. Say that 3 times fast. And I'm going to start, and I'm decluttering. I know this is so like, Lou, I'm going to explain to you why this is happening in a few. All right, y'all. So you can tell I'm it's late. It's after midnight. I couldn't sleep, so I said, let me just go on and do these videos because I was planning them, but sometimes y'all don't need to hear what's happening in my head. But anyway, I couldn't sleep, so let's just do it. So let's talk about favorites. So like I did my, beauty and lifestyle favorites, I do have a bunch of favorite fragrances I've been wearing lately. Gotta be honest, these are pretty much new fragrances that have come in, because you know what happens, we get new stuff, it's the shiny pretty, we're so excited, we're wearing them, we want to talk about them. So that's pretty much what they are. But there's a few, but now let me say this, it's not all of what I've been wearing the beginning of the year. So I'm going to do another favorite soon, which will kind of go over everything that I bought this year for the first 6 months. And we'll, because I do have a list, so I can go through it and talk about the favorites. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But let's get to these favorites right now. I just talked too much. Okay, let's go. All right, so let's, now we know we've been doing the whole Middle Easterns, right? So I got some Middle Easterns for y'all. But I was like, okay, which ones are the ones that you've been like, ooh, child, yes. Because we know I bought a lot this year. So I don't want to just overwhelm it with a bunch of these. So I'm going to talk about the real standouts. All right, so let's go with these. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Tharwah. Now, I didn't pull out any of the dupes. I did not do the Lattafa Fords. Those, because those kind of stand alone, and we can talk about those. But I'm going to talk about these. So this is Tharwah Gold. This is it's got a little lavender in it and orange blossom. So people say it's like Libre Intense. I can see where they're saying, but this is less lavender, which is why I like it. But it is just it's a really stunning orange blossom. If you love orange blossoms, you'll like it. And then the lavender gives it a little kind of freshness, kind of takes away some of the sweetness of the orange blossom that is a standard kind of orange blossom vibe, and keeps it a little more fresh and very nice for the spring. I don't know if I'm gonna wear this in the summertime because it is a little heavier, but really like this one. All right, so then this one, which is Awaan. This has a candy note. This is just sweet, and this is sweet and girly. Yeah, and it's musky. It's got this candy note, so it's sweet and musky. And it's got a serious musk note. You can smell it from the bottle. So if you don't like musk, do not get this. Do not be like, oh, I'm gonna get that because it's a Middle Eastern. No, it has a serious musk note. So if you are not like sweet candied musk, don't get this one. And then this is Asaam Gold. Now everybody says this is a dupe for Oriana. I've tried Oriana, but I'm not going to say it is because it was in the store. So I'm not going to sit up here. I know people be acting like they know shit from trying stuff in the store. No, if I don't have like a good sample that I'm trying at home, I'm not even going to front. However, first off, the bottle is stunning. But this is so good. I love it. It is got pear, it's sweet and pear. And I'm gonna say this is that this is not the longest lasting for a Lattafa. I don't have any problem with it, but some of y'all would. But yeah, it doesn't project out as much as a standard, the expectation of a Middle Eastern fragrance. So it's a little, it's closer to you, not super close, but closer to you. And like I said, it doesn't last as long as some of the other ones. But if you want a nice, juicy, sweet pear that dries, that keeps, it's got a vanilla and sweetness to it, Asaam Gold. All right, now this one snatched me. And this is Molton Browns, Orange, and Bergamot. Now this is, it's orange and bergamot. There's a juicy sweetness in the beginning, but it doesn't really last that long. And honestly, I get more of the florals. It has rose in it. I thought it had jasmine because I get this kind of jasmine-y vibe off of it, but it's got rose in it. So it's got the floral. So it becomes a really stunning kind of citrusy floral. It's more about the florals than the orange and bergamot. However, the orange and bergamot do play nice. They do. And then as it dries down, you get this musky, woody vibe that's just sexy. I can't even tell how much I've used in here, but I've been wearing this to death. This is Casta Diva by Perdizion. I mean, Nobile 1942. I'm sorry. Perdizion is another one of theirs. Y'all, this smells like tricks to me. It's got this very fruitiness to it. It's a fruity floral, but it smells like tricks to me in the most perfect fragrance way. So it's got frangipani, it's got osmanthus, it's got jasmine, and as it dries down, it has an amber in it, and it's got some musk, vanilla. So it's a very well-rounded, very full fragrance. It's got this sweet fruitiness to it, and then it has the florals, but honestly it's primarily sweet, fruity to me in the beginning. Then it dries down and you get the florals, and then it still stays sweet because it's got vanilla and amber, but it becomes a richer sweetness. So the fruitiness dies down, but you get this more rich, vanillic, ambery vibe. Really cute, really just kind of fun, girl. This is kind of like a party kind of vibe to me. Ooh, I should put this in my party video. All right, so this is Casta Diva. This one right here, whoo, yes, honey. This is Jaya by Anjali Perfumes. Now, as you can see, I've been wearing her. I've been trying to not wear her all the time. Well, I just buy another one if I really wanted it. I feel like this. And it's so funny because sometimes we wear things and we wear things and we wear things and we're like, oh, I don't want to wear it to wear it out. And then it's like, A, you could buy it again. B, you might not want it again after you've worn it, especially when it's a 30 ml. But anyway, this is a peach and rose fragrance. And I am loving peach right now. Even though for a long time I didn't do peach, because peach, the ones that I was getting didn't work well on my skin. But lately these peaches have been working, baby, working overtime on my skin and smelling delicious. So this is this just fresh, it's a fresh, I want to say kind of like effervescent, because it's got a little bubbliness to it. I know there's no effervescent, there's no champagne note or anything, but it definitely comes off kind of light and bubbly to me. But it's peachy and then rose and gorgeous. So that's Anjali's Jaya. This one right here is Unspoken Musk by Francesca Bianchi. This has got like almost a sweetness to it, and it is a gorgeous musk. I have, over the last year, year and a half, I've really kind of gotten into musk. I really wasn't for a long time, but I've kind of gotten into them. But this is quite the unique musk, because the musk is, there's a sweetness to it when you start out. Like right now out of here, I get a slight sweetness to it, but it also has that Francesca Bianchi DNA, which means that it has a certain amount of animalic vibe to it, you know, because she loves civet. She loves that animalic vibe to it. So it has a very very kind of almost mysterious musk to it. And as it dries down, you get this just really just like I said, mysterious, kind of unique musk. So this is Unspoken Musk by Francesca Bianchi. And is this it? Oh, nope, let me quit lying. Okay, I want to leave one to last because it's the one. It's the one. It's the one. I have been wearing this. As you can see, I've been wearing this. This is Imperial Honey by Perlier. It's the eau de parfum. Now I actually have the body wash and the body butter. But let me tell you, this is, it's got this honeyed floral. The honey is there, but it's like, it's not like a rich, like just sticky sweet honey. It's a light honey. It's definitely giving white honey vibes. It's giving you, like, you know, it is sweet enough for the spring and summer, but not too sweet. It's definitely gonna get the bees to you, honey, because it's got that vibe. But it's like, and then the florals just make it very elegant and sophisticated. I've been wearing it a lot, and it really does pair with things well, you know, like vanillas or anything kind of fruity or sweet and you know, like that. This is good for that. Imperial Honey by Perlier. Okay, so don't be coming for me acting like see. Y'all know that I am a Dreamhouse Ikiryo hoe. You know that I am. So before y'all even start acting brand new, we know I am. So these are the ones that I've really been, you know, with it being this time of year, springtime. But it really hasn't been springtime here in Chicago. It just is now. But you know, it really wasn't in the beginning. So let's just be real. So I was wearing Ghostdance, which is blackberry, boozy blackberry oud. Oh my goodness. Did y'all get y'all fragrances? Because I mean, I tried to help y'all out. I really did. I was trying to get y'all buy one, get one free. Did you get them? If you did, put it in the comments. I want to know what you got. I'm watching. Because don't be talking about, oh my God, they sound so good, and you didn't even take advantage of the deal. So this is Ghostdance. Boozy blackberry oud. I'm telling you, boozy blackberry oud. I'm not gonna be wearing it now because it's not quite that time of year right now, but honey, yes. All right, so there we go. I just saw my 11s. I gotta work on them. Then of course, bees and butterflies. Y'all know, if you know, you know. This is the most stunning honeyed floral for me. For me. Remember, these are my favorites. You ain't gotta like my shit. I gotta like it. So this is Bees and Butterflies. It is a stunning honeyed floral. Yes, I waited for this. I was lucky enough that he sent me a sample of it. I waited patiently for this to come out. When it came out, I snatched it up. I did. And then Coralie. Coralie is one of the newer ones, and this is Jasmine. This is a slightly boozy. Let me say, when I say boozy, it's not boozy like cognac or something like that. It is like a Saint-Germain. It's a Saint-Germain. That's what it is. It's that kind of booziness, you know, that very lightweight, very stunning. I'm sorry, I hear noise upstairs. I'm wondering if my grandson is trying to come down to me. You know how he does me. Okay, but it is just this lightweight, gorgeous, perfect for summertime Jasmine. Coralie. Oh, I almost forgot these two. They were sitting right here. I almost forgot them. So let's talk. Let's talk Almaz by Kajal, y'all. I know everybody loves Lamar. Everybody, ooh, juicy pineapple, juicy pineapple. But honey, this is the one for me. This is berries. Now, I just did a whole thing on these. So you kind of know what, if you watched it, go and watch it to get the full tea on it. But yeah, this is berries and musk and just delicious. So yeah, Almaz. And then finally this one. Now this one is starting to sell out, y'all. I keep telling y'all, when I tell y'all stuff, go on and get with me. Trust me sometimes. Now I know you don't have to trust me all the time, because maybe you just don't, because you ain't gonna like everything I like. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a perfume conversation. But trust me sometimes, okay? If it sounds like something, you should get it sometimes. This is Trussardi's Pure Jasmine. This is jasmine and pistachio. Pistachio is the note of the moment. Everybody wants a pistachio. By the way, I was going to get Diaz and Durga's pistachio, and I fucked up and didn't get it, but that's another whole conversation. But anyway, this is pure jasmine. She's delicious. She is serving deliciousness, honey. Deliciousness. So if you like if you're looking for a sexy kind of gourmandy, floral, just serving up to nation, Trussardi Pure Jasmine. There we go. We have it right there. All right, so that is it for my favorites. Now let's hit this declutter. All right, so now let's talk about this whole declutter. And I actually, I did declutter recently when I showed you all something else, when I did the video for that, the collection. All right, so let's just talk about it for a minute or two, and then I'm going to show you what I am decluttering. So all of a sudden, and I'm just being honest with you all, I had this, it popped in my head, you should declutter 100 fragrances. Now, we know I own a lot, so decluttering 100 is not really that hard. It's not saying like, oh my gosh, she's getting rid of everything. Nope, I'll still have over 400. I'm just being real with y'all at this moment. But I was like, and it was like, for a minute, I was like, girl, you're not going to do that. But then I said, And the reason why it's coming up, not because I feel overwhelmed by fragrances, not because I feel like, oh my God, I've got this addiction, I need to work on it. Absolutely not. But because of space issues. Listen, I have those, you've seen my setup. You know how I have my fragrances. And I'm not going to be expanding any shelving. This is it. And of course I do move things around because I have, I pull out things from my carousels. So it works, but I also want to be honest with myself and say I'm gonna buy more. I'm always buying more. I'm trying to do better, not in reference to not being overwhelmingly buying like so many in a month or things like that. I'm trying to slow it down. And plus I'm using money for other things. I've been buying stuff in my yard. I want to buy some things for down here outside of fragrance. And just, do a few more things and take some money out of the fragrance side of what I spend and put it in other things, right? Which just doesn't matter. I said all that to bullshit because I can buy 10 in a month. But I know that I can do that, especially if I'm buying a few, if I'm buying Middle Easterns and stuff, it adds up. It stacks up quickly. So I'm gonna be trying. So I'm saying, okay, let's just be real. And some of the stuff you really ain't really vibing with, it's okay. So let's just go on and let go of some of this. Will I get rid of 100? I probably won't, because as I was going through today, it was a little more challenging than I thought it would be. Because I'm not one of them people who feels like, oh my God, I like it, but I don't love it. Everything I try to keep things that I like because I honestly do declutter. I just don't really do videos about decluttering. I just post it up and sell it, right quick. Things like that. But y'all like to watch declutters. And I'm like, why the fuck you not, why the fuck aren't you showing these declutters? Hell, folks like to see them. Get them damn views, Lou. Get them damn views. So I had to have a moment with myself and say, oh, get them damn views. So this is the declutter. Now, I'll probably throw them in here and there, as I go through. And we'll see how many I actually do declutter at the end of the day. How many I actually do declutter and actually talk about. Because like I said, I decluttered about 20 when I went through the collection earlier. But let's see how many more we're willing to say. Just be saying no. So let's see how this goes. And feel free to talk in the comments. I will be selling these, giving them away. I haven't, depending on the price point, how I'm going to do them, I haven't decided. No, I don't have a Mercari. Usually what I do is I just post them up and let people buy from me because I ain't got time to do all the Mercari shit and everything. I ain't got time for that. All right, so let's go on and get started. So I just started looking through and I got rid of a few things. So let's just, some of these, and feel free to comment on, no, how'd you do this? Go ahead, feel free. All right, so let's just start here. Let's just rip this bandage off. Sarah Jessica Parker's Stash. I know people love it, and I think it's a good scent. I just don't like it on me. It leans too, I like the opening, but then it gets too woody, and I'm not gonna wear it. And I know I could like layer with things and everything, but it just hasn't happened. So let me just quit playing, and let me just go and say it's out of here. All right, this one should have been gone a long time ago. This is La Maison de Vanille Noir Toscan. This is vanille raisin. This smells like Welch's grape juice to me. Now, as it dries down, it does become a really nice vanilla, but it smells, but in the top, it smells like Welch's grape juice to me. And I don't want to smell like Welch's grape juice. All right, this one right here. This is White Musk Smoky Rose by The Body Shop, but this is the EDT version. The reason why I'm getting rid of it is because I actually have the EDP, which I actually like better, only because it's the EDP. This is good because this is the one I got first. This is White Musk Smoky Rose, very sexy. Doesn't last, of course, because it's, it's an EDT, but it's a really good fragrance. Okay, this is L'Entrée Nocturnal Jasmine. This was such a flaming disappointment for me. I don't even know why I got still over there. And the reason why it's a flaming disappointment, because it smells just like the original L'Entrée. It just smells like the original L'Entrée. It does. This is what it smells like. Smells so. I know they got a new one, Burning Neroli and everything, and because of this one, I haven't rushed to get that one. So here's this one right here. Then we have Lalique Amethyst Eclat. Real talk. I've been keeping it because it's been on this completionist thing. I've always known I didn't really like this. I did this video about all three of them years ago on my main channel. And I said I don't really like this one. I only kept it because of the completionist. It's a beautiful bottle. And I felt like, well, I got all three, so I should keep all three. So, no. Here is Eclat is gone. Nope, not me. Ouch, I got an itch. All right, this is Oscar de la Renta's. This is Midnight Amber. It ain't, the thing with this one, you better know what it is, because ain't nothing on here telling you what it is. But I know it's Midnight Amber because this was when folks were still hyping up on YouTube, the women, designers, inexpensive ones. These were being hyped too. Now, we don't, the women are, we too high, we too much. We prefer niche. We getting rid of all the designers. Have y'all noticed that people just like, so we're in that realm now. But anyway, this is when it was super popular. These types, they were still talking about inexpensive ones, things like this. Now, the snobbery is real, and you know, most people be fronting. And let me say this, a lot of them folks, when they talking about affordables, be fronting because they really don't like them, because they, you know, we're doing the luxury, whatever. The reason why I'm getting rid of this one is not because I don't like it, but I have another one by Oscar de la Renta, Velvet Noir, which I like better. They're very similar. They're oud, they're oud fragrances, but this one, this is like oud and amber and everything. So this is nice, and it smells lovely, but I like Velvet Noir more. So if I was going to keep one of them, I'm going to keep that one. All right, then this one. This is, and I tried to like it. I kind of like it. I thought I liked it. I do like it, but I just don't wear it. And this is Ellis Brooklyn's Super Amber. As you can tell, I really ain't wore it. So, as I've had it for a while and wore it, because like a lot of times, you can like something, you don't like something right away, but then you try to get on and you like it. Well, I liked this when I first tried it, and now I don't. And here's why. Is because on my skin, it gets this woody, weird scent as it dries down. The amber is nice, but it just doesn't last on me, and I get this woody, weird scent, and I don't know where the hell that's coming from. So that's why Super Amber has to go. Then we have this. This is Maison Margiela Mutiny. To be quite honest, I kept, you know, everybody kept talking about Maison Margiela, you know, the replica line. So I saw this, I was like, oh, let's just do something a little different. It's a tuberose, it's decent tuberose. It's not, it's one of those things like, it just doesn't, and don't get me wrong, because they don't have to just grab my attention. It's just, I just been like, oh, Mutiny. And I don't give it, let me see. Let's see, because it might not go. It is tuberose. Yeah, it's a decent tuberose. Actually, it's very pretty. Yeah, it's very pretty. It has a sweetness to it, almost oranginess to it, like a citrus. Very sweet, juicy tuberose. But I'm willing to let go of it because we know I got 17,000 tuberoses. And so this is, I'm okay to let go of this one. And I might let go of a few more tuberoses. Only, and you know why? Because I know there's a few more tuberoses that I want. So I need to balance it out and figure out which ones I really want. So this is Mutiny by Maison Margiela. Then we have this by Floral Street. This is Black Lotus. Let me tell you why I bought this. I bought this finally because I had tried this a long time ago and I was like, oh, I like it. And then I got it here and I was like, it's okay. Here's why. It has a tart, rosy vibe to it. It's kind of vibes like Delina. Not smell like, but it's kind of got that tartness to it. Like Delina. I don't need that again. Yeah, I was just like, oh, I actually find that there's a couple more that I like better. Like I like Ylang Ylang Espresso, and now I like something. There's another one from Floral Street that I want, but it ain't this one. So I think this was a mistake purchase. I just saw Black Lotus. I was like, oh yeah, that's the one, because I was looking at the bottle. I was like, oh yeah, that's a deep sexy. That's the one I wanted, and it wasn't this one that I wanted. Even though it's a nice fragrance, it wasn't the one that I wanted. Because I had tried them out a long time before I bought this. So, yeah. Now, these two. Okay, so I got these on really good deals. That's how I wound up getting them. So, I'm going to release these babies. This is Tom Ford Black Violet. It is a violet fragrance, and it does have a kind of candied sweetness to the violet, but it has a moss note that I just can't get past, which gives it that Tom Ford edge that isn't always as pleasant to me as to other people. I love Jasmine Rouge, but I'm just finding that me and Tom are okay. I can live without him. So yeah, we can get rid of Black Violet. And then we have Venetian Bergamot. It starts out with a juiciness to it. Oh, let me see, can I get that off of there? Okay, because I'm selling these. We gotta keep them cute. It starts out with, it's like orange juicy vibe, right? But then it gets musky, and there's something about it that I'm just not wearing it. Plus, I have another one. I have Paris Monte Carlo's Arancia de Sicilia. They vibe very similar with that orange juicy opening, but I like that one better. It's just this is Tom Ford, and it's got that Tom Ford edge. And I can honestly say that I am not the biggest fan of Tom Ford. Other than Jasmine Rouge, it seems like I'm getting rid of all the ones that I've gotten over this time. So every last one of them I seem to be getting rid of. Okay, so this is Tom Ford's Venetian Bergamot. All right, so that means I am getting rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got rid of 10 today. Okay, so 10 are out of here. All right, so now, thank you. Yes, some will be for sale, some I might give away. I don't know. If you are interested in them, put that in the comments. We'll try to figure it out. I'll tell you the pricing for them. Whatever. We'll figure it out. All right, now that is it for the declutter. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, hoes. Y'all know I love y'all. Be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Talk to you later.